Welcome back to our daily show. Monday morning continues, but we're here on a Thursday at OSF Healthcare, the 23rd of October, as we're celebrating 100 years. That's 100 of OSF right in our own backyard. And Dana, you've been with Oncology now, especially here at OSF, for 5 years, correct?
Yes.
Well, and it's got to be just a really exciting time to be here. Number one, a milestone with 100 years, which is huge for any organization. And then you're coming off the heels of the Magnet with Distinction designation, which is just incredible. One of only 46 hospitals in the world have this.
Yeah, and to get with the distinction is an extra. Yeah,
it's just incredible.
Yeah, yep.
Well, take me through your team at Oncology. What makes your group just such an efficient team?
I think really just how well we work as a team. I mean, we collaborate so well together with everywhere, with us in general over at the hospital, really just patient care to get them in, get them treated fast, get them worked up fast. It's really our team approach to get the best care with the patients.
Absolutely. And, today being able to kind of just relax a little bit in a way, you're still obviously a functioning hospital, so there's still tasks at hand, but to be able to showcase the department a little bit and just kind of have that let down the hair moment, working with the team, what's that like for everybody in there?
Very collaborative. I mean, we have a lot of, different kind of like with our services and stuff that you're meaning.
Yeah.
So we have medical oncology with Dr. Sandu, and then we have radiation oncology with Dr. Pehoff. We have hematology, so we have 2 nurse practitioners. We have infusion services. So really just an overall team approach of starting at one point and working your way through the whole center and getting you where you need to be.
Well, and I think that's really important too when we come in and just meet with some of the folks as we did, this Thursday. It's just good to get a little bit more of that in-depth of just all the other spokes that are on that OSF wheel and that web of services that you guys surely provide.
Yeah. And then having our low-dose CT clinic that we newly started, kind of getting that up and going with March, working with primary cares on that.
Was that in March when that started?
It was, it was around March. We were going to in January, but it was more around March, I think, when we fully got going with it.
How has that process been? How has it been since it's been?
It's been good. We're getting over that, with the referrals through the primary care and then us kind of managing it after that initial, the flow's going with it. We're getting some self-referrals. The process with it is going pretty well, yeah.
Well, and now, what is a low-dose CT, just to refamiliarize our audience a little bit?
So a low-dose CT is a CT lung screening, but it's a lower dose of radiation, and it's basically to pick up anything sooner, watchful waiting, anything that might pick up a spot on your lung, anything incidental, it can pick up anything abnormal, like if there's, say, on your kidney or your thyroid, but it's a lower dose of radiation, and it is essentially like a screening, like other screening tests you get done.
Well, and when it comes to, oncology and really just, some of the cancer coordination that takes place with the patients and their families, the wraparound approach, I think, is what makes you guys stand out so much more, is you aren't just taking that patient on the journey, you're taking that family with them too, and saying we're a team and we're going to get through this together. And I think that's a really important point to make.
It is. The patients' family members are just as much a part of it and the caregivers as the patients. I mean, really, it's everybody's journey kind of together, and us right along with them.
100%. Well, and now, what is one thing you want the public to know about just within oncology and some of the services you provide that maybe don't get talked about as much as they should?
Probably really just our vast with our infusion services is huge, because it is the chemotherapy side of it, but then just our outpatient side of it too. We take a lot of outside orders, doing just regular people with immunocompromised, or people with rheumatoid arthritis, or do a lot of iron infusions. We do a lot of outside injections that primary cares might refer for osteoporosis and such. Do
you see, and not to cut you off, do you see a lot more of the infusions and more of that work being done now with low iron counts or maybe just low testosterone? Does that take place in that same type of function?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, we get a lot. There is a lot with the low iron. We see that a lot.
Is that just because more testing's being done now, or is that just because of maybe what we're eating and all of that?
Probably
Sorry to put you on the spot.
No, I would say probably a little bit of both. I mean, our diet's obviously ever-changing, and you're not getting as much of that in with your diet, but then also just more active testing. Patients may be coming in symptomatic, and it's like, okay, let's check your iron, and then referring into us for hematology.
Well, and now that's really why I like having OSF on too, is because how many times do we just have these subtle conversations? Maybe it's not, a full-blown, here's my symptoms, but I've been really sluggish lately, or I'm not, I'm not
Those vague
feeling-
symptoms, yeah.
and
Yep.
we talk about it in the office or with our neighbor, but when we can talk about them on the show, hopefully it spurs somebody to go, well, you know what, I'm going to call my primary today to at least get started.
Yeah, because so many times you're thinking, oh, it's nothing, but those vague symptoms sometimes can be something.
Well,
And
and-
just get checked out.
And we're all the same people, I feel like, when it comes to this. We force everyone else to go to the hospital right away.
But not
Mom,
ourselves.
Dad, you got to go. But we'll go in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we'll take care of it later. Yeah, but don't, and that's the big thing, kind of with the screening side of it. Is
Big
get
time.
your screenings. Just get yourself taken care of.
Well, and now, upcoming screening opportunities, do we have any on the top of our head?
We don't have any. I don't think we have another prostate one or skin one scheduled
Okay.
as of yet. But normally the skin one we always kick off a lot in the summertime with that. The prostate one I think we just did in September, so we'll have that more up and coming with summertime. Yeah.
Really cool. Now, before I let you go, what are you looking forward to the most with the open house?
Hopefully just a good turnout, seeing everybody walking around, checking all the services around, and just having a good time, yeah, and celebrating our 100 years.
Dana, thanks for stopping by.
Yep, thank you.
We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more of our coverage of the open house celebrating 100 years of OSF St. Anthony's right after this on RiverBender.com and Roku TV.